Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, Zielonka hard mode, and it is now September. We got that poplar planted and we installed a gas tank and bought some gas and filled up the rice planter, or the rice harvester I should say. And yeah, so we are now just waiting for this to come pay off. Um, I don't believe I don't believe our yeah, our poplar over here is not yet ready, and we've still got some time before we need to get these bales picked up. Be nice to figure out some way of protecting ourselves from hail. I'm seeing some patches that are obviously hail damage, and actually if you look on the map you can see where the hail damage is. So we gotta figure that out. You'd think poplar, especially late poplar, would be a bit more resistant to hail damage, and not actually kill the plant entirely, as this seems to have done. Anyway, what to do today is kind of unknown. We've got plenty of water in the greenhouses still, so that's not a huge issue. I think it's just about moving on until we can do something. I could do some contracts, pick up some good old cashola. We don't have, again, there's no such thing as a poplar or a rice contract that I've ever seen, at least on Zielonka. We could plow a couple of fields, get a couple dollars that way, or we could just move on and get the big money more quickly. I think that's the answer. So I'll be back. I suspect we're on episode 21. Yeah, episode 21. So I'll see you when we're able to do something. I think that able to do something is going to be selling these bales. And then we'll figure out what to do next. Obviously, we need 500 something for the next level of poplar harvesting, unless something cool happens. And we can actually afford to take advantage of it between now and then. So, right, let's move on to January and get our poplar sold. Now, it's not January yet, it's November, but I saw in the sale there's this class trailer. Uh, with an extension for 9 grand, which makes it 22,000 liters, which would in the future possibly be helpful, but that's not why I'm interested in it. I am interested in it because I saw a video, they were talking about used machinery flipping, and this is something at a level that we can probably afford to buy and test out. So I'm going to give it a shot on this and see if it's worth it. So we're going to buy it for 7,497. We'll call it 7,500. And worst case is it doesn't work out and I have a trailer, which is why I think it's a good place to test it. So we're going to get on down to the shop and see about repairing and repainting it and see if it's worth more that way. Alright, so here we are with our new trailer, our new old trailer, and so we spent 7,500 on it. And now we're going to go see whether it's worth more than 7,500 when we're done, or more than the cost of repairing and repainting it after that. I think we'll also repair the tractor while we're here regardless of what happens. So the repair's only 154. It claims it's worth 8,000, but that's not what we'll actually be able to sell it for. If I say sell it now, we paid 7,500. We just automatically get a little bonus on that. That's actually pretty good. So let's repair it. Yep. And now it says it's worth 8,416. If we repaint it, so 7,500 plus 154. I'm going to have to do some math here. Plus 154 plus 3,136 is 10,790. So now it's fully painted. And now if we sell it, it's worth 11,867. It actually tells me we did make a little bit of a profit, but it was not actually even worth the effort of painting it, I don't think. So let's try this again. Now this guy is worth 5,359 to buy. And I'm going to risk a little bit here because I don't really want this trailer regardless. But 5,359. Can I just make money towing these things from there to here? 5,359. Obviously, you need the money to afford the thing to begin with. And I'm not gonna do a lot of this just because it's just not I don't know. It is kind of questionable. So 5,895 is what it's worth. And if we repair it, it's worth a little bit more repaired, but not by much. So if we just sell this now, we have just made a little bit of money. Just a few hundred. So it might be worth keeping an eye on the sale to see things that we can afford. Oh, in the meantime, I did say I was planning on repairing this guy. So I will repair him. I gotta keep that. What's that worth? It's worth 50 grand. So we gotta keep that in mind. That we have 50 grand of value in that. Now I did want a second tractor, but if it comes down to getting some serious profit, it might be a good idea to just pick up a little money. If we can get that second tractor with the 50 grand or whatever it's worth by the time we get around to this, the bigger tractor, we might go with just one tractor for a while. That can run the better poplar harvesting kit. And oh wow, okay, I have not gone far enough. Oh, that's the gas station. It might be worth having it by itself just long enough to um, get some poplar harvested, and then we can pick up either a brand new version of this or something. You know, as a secondary tractor. Because this thing runs a lot of things that we don't need the big horsepower for, as is. I'm just gonna run this. I'm just gonna run this down to the poplar fields, and then continue moving forward to January. We're gonna need this at the poplar fields in January anyway. So since I'm out and about, I might as well put her there right now. And yeah, unless something amazing happens again or something I want to check out, I will see you in January. Paying so much attention to the sales stuff makes me think that this guy, oh, he needs 260, and we've got 210. So that was a thought, anyway, that we could pick up that guy and really increase our ability to output on cultivation contracts, which would be good. We could run through them all whenever they're available pretty quickly, because this thing is a decent 6 meter width, twice what we've got or more. But I don't think it's in the cards. This guy doesn't have a 3-point on the back like the Merlot does, and we don't have 87 grand anyway. So back on to January. All right, now we're going to check the sale again. Wow, nothing for sale in January except that cultivator. And we seem to have actually not gained as much money, which means I let the greenhouses run out of water. Yep, man. All right, we got to go do that first before we harvest, or before we collect up the bales, because that'll at least be making a little money for us while we're collecting up the bales, I would assume. Well, that did not go as great as I was hoping. I mean, money-wise, it's basically what I expected, but the tires on this thing, on this trailer, are too wide, and they were crushing the poplar, so our next growth cycle is going to be longer than I was hoping, since we've taken about half that field and reset it back to month one. Very unfortunate. I have to make sure I get bales off of it ASAP. And yeah, like before it starts regrowing. In the meantime, I suspect that my next need for this bale trailer is going to be over at the north farm, rather than, I can't really call it the rice fields anymore because there's only one rice field and there's poplar in both places now. So that'll be the north farm and the east farm, I guess, or the west farm, I guess I should say. So over at the north farm is where I suspect I'll be needing this trailer next. So I'm just going to put it there, pal, and I guess we're just gonna move on, move on. Although I guess the tractor could be first, but that's one of the more expensive bits. So I'm gonna watch the sale for a tractor or any of the other equipment, and sometime in the next couple of months, when the snow comes off the ground, I'll cultivate out that field. Although I might buy that if it's still available. I realize that that's still a good deal. This is the one we have actually right here, and it is 3 meters. This guy is only 20 grand and is 6.3 meters and would make that cultivation come easier, along with being able to do other cultivations. I think I will pick that up actually, because along the way perhaps we'll get a tractor on the sale that's capable of both pulling that and the other equipment that we need. And right, I don't know, I'll stash this. It doesn't need to be undercover. I'll stash this back here. Right, because technically we have about 160 if we count the value of this tractor. Right, so we can go sell this little one and get a little bit of our money back. And then move on into next month. Although, while we're here, let's just push that rice out of the way so it doesn't fill up. See if there's anything else to push out of the way before we do. Well, oh, those are 2,000, right? No, that's 1,000. There it is. I knew there was another one. We'll shove that guy out of the way too. And then we'll go sell this cultivator and pick up our new big one. Or not pick it up, but at least get it repaired and everything. And while we're going, maybe we'll find some other stuff to flip along the way, and then some cultivation contracts, and yeah, I'll get back to you when something interesting is about to happen. Okay, my wishes have come true. I'm going to get this Fent for less than half the original cost. It's got 396 horsepower, so it'll be able to run that guy, and then maybe later, when I have 33 grand, I will be able to upgrade it to 517 horsepower. But at the moment, we've got what we want. We've got enough to buy it, and man, yes, absolutely. So we're gonna buy it. Of course, that brings us back down to almost nothing, but that is awesome. Now, I could sell this guy for the 50,000. But then I don't have a pallet fork because this thing didn't come with one. I don't even know if it can come with one. I wonder what it's going to cost to repair. It's not super happy. I mean, I could actually just flip it and then wait for another deal to come. The flip would make it worth, well, so we just paid 140. I'd make a $13,000. Okay, about what it costs to repair it, actually. Yeah, I think I will hold on to it, though. Yeah, 396. Now we have enough horsepower to run this guy and some. So that'll be nice. So I think it's time to do a few contracts and make some money. All right, well, so the cheap contract, field 74. Oh, and it's March, so, and no snow, so we can get our cultivation done on our rice field as well. Man, did it again with the width. Had it set to 10. So now I have to figure out where to go here. I think maybe this at 14, if I run along the blue lines, I'll catch the missed bits. Might have noticed on the map that there were missed bits. Took me a second to figure out why. But yeah, so in summary for today, we got the tractor and the new disc harrow. And we got everything set and ready for planting rice. And I've learned a new way to make some money. Not a whole lot of money, but it is an extra couple thousand every once in a while, which is good. That being flipping used equipment. And let's see, I can't think of anything else that's going on. Well, we got the stuff sold. That's how we got that new tractor. All in all, it's been a good session. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.